But yeah, she... Okay. I really need to find this last plant. Hello. It's been talking all over the last few nights about the royal oak of the servants creatures going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I don't dare leave my house now. I decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. I go to grow pixie lamps. Surely you would to warm my heart. Okay. Small house type leaves. Okay. Sorry, I was reading through that. Oh, he wants a glow, which is the mushroom one. This one. Yeah. It's pretty obvious it's that one. Okay. I'm wondering if we don't have the other plant. I'm about to look it up because I want to know if I've got it or not. Because I think I do. I have a suspicion that I have it, but I need to know. Do strange horticulture again. And we need... see where Swift is. Because I know what it is we need. I just don't know where it's at. I'm gonna see an image. Red cheese. Okay, cool. I don't have this one, so we don't have to worry about it just yet. Okay. Okay. So yeah. It says we'll get a hint on day 16. So I was like, what am I missing? I'm not missing anything. This is the hint. East of the castle, across the river and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the world. She finally had the power she had craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but the power came at a cost. Servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the two of dread and death. Okay, so Green Jade Mask Lady is the one who killed her boss to take power. And it went out of hand. More out of hand than she would have liked. Okay. East of the castle, across the river. This is the castle. To the east of the castle, across the river. It grows on the edge of the wood. Maybe here? And maybe look at the wrong castle, too. This reminds me of Venus Flytrap, and I love it. Because there's several castles. Because there's a castle here as well. How many castles do we have? We have... There's 2 there, 3. So there's 1 here, too. It doesn't really say which castle. I think it's this one, actually. It says, cross the pass, go across through the mountains. It grows at the edge of the woods. Yep. Okay. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirp rides the wind. And a sense of calm washes over me. I'm rewarded with a new find. There it is. At least I am not... it is definitely this. It looks awesome, but it's also the dangerous thing. So, now that we have these parts, we can actually assemble the... we can assemble it. I can't remember where we need to go for that. I know who we talked to. I'm gonna go talk to... look at her, her document here. Our last conversation was... Sister who has attacked the knight is dead, yeah. Those who are doomed foods are the secrets and all that, but... Okay, managed to escape the slaughter. Keep it hidden, don't but get it open. Yeah. They're trying my patience, yeah. Okay, I think it's at the tree. I think we have to go to the tree and do it. I'm pretty sure it's like right here. Oh no, maybe it was different. Maybe there was a... Oh yeah, I remember now. It's down there with them, but it's like in the corner. It's the valley in between them. Because we got our 5 plants, so we can now put them on the altar. I think it's right here. One of them, it was somewhere around there. Because I remember it being, maybe it's in the... Sorry, let me pull this out. Because this is there. Is it right here in the middle, maybe? I can't remember exactly where this altar is that we're going to. I wish you could mark the map and remind yourself of these things. Because then I was just telling myself, already been there, nothing else there, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. South of the Watcher. Yeah, here it is. I have the plants. I guess we have to wait for what's-her-face to show up. Hey, my dear, I got your plants. It is time, yes. The servant is now on the move again. Time to act, yes. Meet me at the ritual site. Okay. Hope all of our sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we needed. Yeah, I did. I actually did. I got them. A small stone shrine sits off to the side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into excesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Does it matter which side I put them in? Okay. Okay. So I think it's widower. We know that snare. We know snare is the second one. Oh no, hold up. Maybe it's like this because there's the leaves around it like that. I don't know. Third is the Fearbringer, which is the widow. Fourth lifts curses. It's that. Okay. Yeah. Well done. I will take it this from here. I stand back and watch as it walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passed before she looks up. In reality, it was probably only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? We have got all the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A loud noise behind us makes us all jump. Turning around, I see something that makes my blood run cold. The woman in the jade mask is walking calmly and slowly towards us from the other side of the clearing. Behind her, standing tall and terrifying, is the black silhouette of the servant. Ew. What was that? What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. Do not be afraid. I am here to surrender willingly. The servant cannot be allowed to. The creature lunges forward and brings a huge arm scything towards her. Her screams pierce the cold air, and she drops her knees, clutching her head. But the blows seem to grace off to one side, as if coming down. It comes hurling down, and the beast's claws ends up embedding in the dirt instead of the woman's head. I can't hold it back much longer. You need this. She throws a small vial of red liquid, which Redden catches and holds up to the light. Blood. Quickly, I know what to do. Grabs the vial and fumbles to get the stopper out as she turn back to the shrine. The servant has its huge arm free again, and it slowly advances with strange, jerky movements. Pours the blood into the small cabinet in the shrine, and everything seems to happen at once. A pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the scream of the woman in the jade mask, who is clutching her head and withering in agony on the ground. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred earth or ground smothered where it stood once before. My head is spinning at what had just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? Yes! Perform the ritual! Friday. With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I have been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. And we're fortunate that that Thai was able to stay in control of the beast as long as she did. Can say that what would have happened if she was unable to prevent it causing the destruction it craved. Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have prolonged their energies into celebrating and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that the woman in the jade mask was the one who summoned the servant. I promised her that I would leave it to him and to unravel that mess. She is his daughter after all. Oh no! And for myself, well, I'm back in the calm, strange horticulture of course with Hellbane for company. It's quiet here around here, but I am content, and there will always be more plants to learn and discover. Oh, that's so cool. Complete the game. Ah, that's it. That's so good though. It's all done. The servant can go back to being a dark story. Ending 2. So, it's one of the endings, yeah. Dude, I would think it'd be kind of cool if there was a game where there's different sections of the story and you're playing out chapter 1 and chapter 2 and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you play the whole thing. I think it'd be kind of cool. Or like it's like a game kind of like Divinity, where you can build your own world depending on what you do. Or like Papers, Please, but grander. Because that map is huge, but we didn't really use all of it. So I was like, dang, it'd been great if I could have used all of it. I had plants to still identify that I didn't finish identifying. I also do like that the murderer was like, this is what I wanted, but, you know, it's my fault kind of thing. This is what your power cost you. I'm gonna let the credits roll. It seems only fair. They put a lot of effort into it. It's really good. But like I said, I think you can make an entire game where there's different chapters, or kind of like Papers, Please, where you have some stuff that's guaranteed to happen and stuff that has a chance of happening, right? You know, like a chance that the cultist will come into town. You can deal with his drama. You have a chance that like a king may come through or something, but you have canonic story chapters that go through. I want a game like that, where the chances of things happening there are certain things that are guaranteed to happen, but there are also certain things that are like possible, and those possibilities could change how you get those. For instance, like if you've got like maybe if you help the court jester out, say if you get the court jester as an ending and you help him out, he'll help you out, and then you can use him to help you save the king or something. That kind of thing. I think it's kind of cool, like, kind of build your own chance of stuff. Because it's one thing I liked about, like, Six-Sided Oracle and other games, and I think there, you know, like, some other horror games I like, specifically thinking of, like, I can't remember what it was. But, like, games with chances in them. Like, for instance, Six-Sided Oracle has a story that will happen no matter what. Hades has a story that will happen no matter what, right? But there's different ways you could get to that ending, and different conversations that can be had, like, or different encounters you can have. Oracle has a lot of different like strategies that you could use to get to the end, and sometimes you get stuck and you just you don't get lucky and you just end up failing, kind of thing. But I think it'd be kind of cool if it'd be like that, like you have multiple ways of like multiple options and multiple choices on what you want to do. But I was on my edge of my seat this whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, so one of my customers has poisoned somebody. But my thing about it is that I kind of wanted it to go longer. Just because I think it's kind of fun. We still got lots of hours out of the game. But I think it would have been like very interesting. I am going to have to edit the crap out of some of these videos, because some of these took really long time for me to think and scratch my head about it. And some of it, I didn't have to look up a lot of it, thank goodness. I think I only had to look up like a handful of things, which those handful of things I would have taken 30 years to figure out. So, you know, and I gave myself a long time to think on it before I considered it. So I don't think it turned out that bad. I'm gonna get myself some coffee and a sandwich. I am tempted not to do Oracle only because this ran on for like 30 minutes more than I was hoping. It was like what I was planning. It got good. I just wanted to be on the edge of my seat as like I couldn't stop. But I don't know if I want to wait. You know, I don't think I'll be able to get a run in for 30 minutes with Oracle. And if I do, I'll forget what I was running. Like what was I planning to do with it by the time I get back, which is the day after. Because today would be Oracle, tomorrow would be Hades, and then it'd be Oracle again. But yeah, they did a great job. The vibes they got, I was loving every bit of it. It had nice rainstorms, it had sunny weather, it had plants and customers. There's something about the main character that I want to know more about. Because the character has these cards, right? She's basically pulling like tarot cards. What do they call them? You know what I mean? The fortune cards. I don't really like fortune cards. I think they're stupid. But in a world with magic, it makes kind of sense that it's like a thing, you know? But like she was pulling them, and I was like, I kept thinking that maybe our story was going to get tied in with their story as to how we were able to predict these things. But they never mentioned how we like knew what was going on. It was well written. It was very pretty. I liked how everything looked bright but also gloomy. I had lots of plants left that I didn't have identified. I did end up getting overwhelmed with the amount of plants that are being in there, but, you know, that's kind of to be expected. I wonder if we'll be able to pick up from this story or not. I don't know if I did the right things, but I feel like I did the right things by keeping her safe. I'm glad that I also gave her that plant to help her hold on a little longer so that she could do that. Because I think if I gave her Widow's thing, she would have died. And if she died, maybe it would have also killed the monster, but it also would have meant she died too, which meant justice would never have been served because 2 people died. And even if she... yeah, I will definitely get the other endings. I like this game. This game's fun. Like, it's just very relaxing. I wish it had an endless mode where you could just sit here and do endless, you know, stuff. I just like the drama. I just think it's good. Mm-hmm. And it just scratched an itch I didn't know I had, you know? You ever play a game like that? You're just like, oh man, now I have that itch and now I want more of it. It's exactly what I'm feeling. But it was... 2 people died, so since 2 people died, it's better to have her alive so that she can repent for that. Whether that's jail time or her being executed or whatever the case would be, whatever would be fair. Because, you know, it just makes sense for that. Killing her would have been justice too, but it wouldn't have had the satisfaction of letting her have a chance to fix it. Because it's easy to say, oh, we'll just kill them because they're a bad person. But she probably thought she could control it, that she was more stronger than she was, only to find out that no, she's not stronger than this thing, you know? I also kind of wonder if I am able to get the ending, like if I, with me knowing how to, the stuff to get for it, if I can stop it before it killed the second guy. Like, could I theoretically do that? I don't know if I'd be able to simply because of the... where you get these things. You'd have to, like, know where they're at kind of thing. I don't know if there's some of them are time-gated or locked behind story, but... And I am letting the credits roll. I feel like it's a respect thing. Since this is definitely going on the channel for sure. I'll just make sure that when I do it, I'll put this part as a separate bit. Or I'll mark it to where people know where it begins and ends. So if they don't want to watch it, or if they've played it themselves, they don't have to watch it again kind of thing. But, anyways. But I feel like... I wonder if I could have stopped the first murders now that I know the 5 plants we need to stop it. But then again, I need her assistance to also bring it there, because she gave us blood. So she probably gave us her blood to do that, because she needed it for that. So I don't know what else I would need. You know? Makes you wonder. I really didn't like the guy who was just being a jerk. I kind of wondered more about him. He was kind of weird. He was the rich guy that we encounter, or the mayor or whoever he is. I don't know if we were figuring out what his problem was. I know he had allergies, but was he actually allergic to anything, or was he just allergic to everybody? Because he didn't like. I think they mentioned he kicked a dog or something, but I don't remember if he actually like. He obviously said he's allergic to our cat. I'm just wondering if there's a reason for why he doesn't like animals and for why he's like that. Because don't be wrong, he's allergic, but even allergic people don't kick dogs or things. I think that's who they were talking about when they said who's kicking the dog. But even so, if some people who have allergies don't also act hatefully to cats, they're just like, I'm allergic to it. It's like being angry at a can of peanut butter for being a can of peanut butter. It doesn't make any sense, you know. So I don't know. I think the guy had other issues going on. I kind of want to know what his other issues were. I want to know why he was so uptight about everything. That was what I'm looking for. He's uptight. Like, it's my cat, my store. You don't like it? Pre-order. Give me a mail, and I'll have the mailman deliver it to you. Don't give me any crap. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird. And then we had a few other characters we encountered, but we didn't really do much with them right away. They all played a factor, but like, I don't know if they all played the biggest factor. So I wonder how many endings there are on this. Let me actually look that up. I'm curious how many endings there are. I'm sure there's an ending for being evil and helping out the cultist. As 8, it says. It is 8 endings, which are determined by the player's choices throughout the game. I won't go into various on it, but there's 8, so we've got the second one. I wonder if there's better endings. Because normally the second one's not always, like, the best ending. So yeah, we still got, like, 7 more to go, basically. It's cool. That's pretty good. It's a lot of content, really. I don't know how to get the other endings, though. I wonder if it picks up just from where you left off, or if you go back to day 1. Like, if you have to start the days over again. I kind of hope that you can keep all your progress, and you go back to day 1, but you have all the plants in the store. That would be kind of cool, if you had all the plants in the store. I don't know, though. Because then you don't have to worry about going through it again. I did on identification. So we still are missing a lot of plants, but we're almost full on them. So I feel like I almost encounter most of them, if not all of them. Oh, what if there's an ending where we could keep her alive? The one... The Sisters of the Woods, you know? That's so dramatic so quickly. I don't know how far we are in our... I had a lot of people that seem to be working on this game. Or is it just the same ones over and over? I kind of wish it would just have been scrolling down because I wasn't paying attention to all of it. I assume that when it gets to the end, it would tell me it's the end, but it may loop, and I don't know if it will loop. I don't think so. I think it is looping because we had the they're mentioning the different languages that was in the stuff again. Maybe. I know they said they had Chinese speakers for it. It's cool they have so many different languages for it. Yeah, see, they did that. So they do loop. Okay. Still, that's a lot of people involved and a lot of different translations. You think it would tell you that it reached the end of it? Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of the Monarchy of the Black Veil? I thought it would be interesting to you. I heard of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owes the Horseshoe Inn in Main Street. Okay, cool. So, plants identified. 59 out of 70. Okay, so we do have... So it just continues on. That's awesome. Let me see... Okay. Alright, so we're going to stop here. And we're going to move on to... in the stream, actually. That's what we'll do.
And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. I'll shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget.